December 2019. The world starts hearing about a deadly mysterious disease in Wuhan, China. Weeks later, the disease is spreading across the world and hits the United States. March 11th, the World Health Organization identifies coronavirus and declares a global pandemic. In an unprecedented move, the nation shuts down to stop the spread of COVID-19. UA President Mark MCMANUS reaches out to the membership.
We're working with the local unions and providing them with everything that we can get from a national level. We're working with the national building trades. We're working with the AFL-CIO. We're working with elected leaders and politicians and the CDC and everyone in between.
I was really tasked with trying to stay up on all of the flood of information. One of the things that was so instrumental in me being able to do that and get it over to the leadership was being part of safety and health committees like NAB2 and AFL-CIO. We began communicating in a way we had never done before, sharing information.
COVID's been a real eye-opener for the United Association as long as everybody else. I'm real proud of the men and women out there in the field. They never stopped working.
Despite the virus continuing to spread, cities and states declare UA members essential workers. Signatory contractors, business managers, and local leadership scramble to find proper CDC-recommended personal protective equipment to keep members still on the job as safe as possible.
They've deemed us essential here, working at a hospital facility. So we've stayed working the whole time. We've had to change quite a bit about our program here, our break area, for example.
With skill and pride, from New York, ground zero for the virus, to California, members work around the clock on the front lines, building temporary hospitals and converting assembly lines into factories that produce life-saving ventilators.
A couple of the big three automakers, asked us to retool and got it to where they had production of ventilators that, saved life. That's what we do, right? We protect the health of the nation.
So the United Association's tentacles were all over COVID, the temporary hospitals, to the ships, to the hockey rinks, to the baseball stadiums, to the expansion of hospitals and the beddings, and then working in the pharmaceuticals, ultimately for the cure.
Members also step in to help others on the front lines, feeding healthcare workers and delivering water. During the lockdown, in-person training stops, but the UA's Education and Training Department doesn't skip a beat.
About 2 weeks before the COVID shutdown, we had a technology boot camp. We brought all of our instructors in, and they updated their syllabi, they updated their Blackboard courses, and then they went over in technology upgrades that they possibly needed. So when COVID hit, we were actually set up perfect for them to go out and start to teach, utilizing all the new technologies.
Well, what helps me with these is all of these dies are
To keep apprentices from falling behind, locals also geared up for online learning. UA training centers work with their instructors and devise a plan to keep students engaged.
And when you pull them out of
And the way that we decided to go about doing that in the beginning was to start filming videos. We didn't want their at-home experience to be solely punching buttons on a keyboard or reading from manuals and then answering questions. We wanted it to be as interactive as possible.
It's a work holder.
COVID might have slowed everyone down, but it didn't keep UA members from moving forward. Now, post-COVID, the future looks brighter. Once again proving that UA skills are essential skills. And we do indeed protect the health of our nations.